On Easter morning, my mom texted me that she only wanted a peaceful holiday with my sister's family. I didn't argue. I didn't complain. I simply booked a $19,000 luxury island getaway by the ocean, and when my pictures arrived, their celebration turned into silent regret. Mom, are you serious right now? I looked at my phone screen again. It was Easter morning. I had a coffee mug in my hand, soft sunlight was coming through the kitchen window and falling on the trees outside, and right in front of me was the message that changed my entire morning. Mom, Emily, I hope you understand. This year we just want a quiet Easter with Sarah and her family. We need some peaceful family time. I sat there silently for a few seconds. Just a few days earlier my mom had been telling me, Emily, you have to come. The house feels empty without you. Now she was texting me like I was the problem. I put my phone down and took a sip of my coffee. My younger sister Sarah had always been my mom's favorite. But I had never made it an issue. I was the older daughter. I had always tried to understand things. I had always tried to be the mature one. I typed my response. Hey Mom. I understand. Have a nice Easter. That was it. No argument. No complaint. A few minutes later Mom replied. Thank you for understanding. That last sentence felt strange. It didn't sound like she was thanking me. It sounded like she was trying to convince herself that she had done the right thing. I placed my phone aside and sat down in front of my laptop. An email was already open on my screen. A week earlier I had contacted a luxury travel company. I had dreamed about taking a special trip for years, but somehow someone else's needs always came first. Sometimes it was helping Mom. Sometimes it was watching Sarah's kids. Sometimes it was family events. This time I decided to think about myself. I opened the booking page. $19,000 luxury private island escape. I stared at it for a few seconds. Then I clicked the payment button. That afternoon on Easter, pictures started appearing in our family group chat. Sarah sent photos with her children. Best Easter ever. Mom replied. My beautiful daughter and my perfect grandchildren. I looked at the message. Then I looked at my suitcase sitting in the corner of my bedroom. 2 days later I was on an island where the blue water looked like glass, white sand stretched beneath my feet, and my phone kept filling with family notifications. I didn't reply to any of them. I simply took one picture. I was standing on the balcony of a private villa overlooking the ocean. I wrote a caption. Sometimes choosing yourself is the peace you needed. Then I posted it. 15 minutes later my phone rang. Mom calling. For the first time I didn't answer immediately. Then she called again. Then a third time. Finally I picked up. Hello. There was silence for a few seconds. Then I heard Mom's voice. Emily, where are you? I looked toward the ocean. On vacation. Vacation? What vacation? Mom, I think you know. Emily, don't do this. Do what? Make this into something it's not. I laughed quietly. Something it's not? Mom, you literally told me you wanted peace without me. That's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? She went silent. Then she said, Sarah told me you posted that picture to hurt us. I closed my eyes. Of course she did. Emily. No, Mom. Seriously. Did you even ask yourself why I was hurt? You're being dramatic. The moment I heard those words I sat up straight. After everything? Emily, we just wanted one day. One day. My voice became louder. Mom, it wasn't about Easter. Then what was it about? I looked out at the water and said quietly. It was about years. I used to think Sarah was just lucky. She was younger so she naturally received more attention. But over time I realized it wasn't just about age. Sarah got whatever she wanted. When she wanted to quit college, Mom said, she needs time to find herself. When I wanted to move to another city for a job, Mom said, don't move so far away from your family. When Sarah started a business and lost money, Dad helped her. When I saved for 5 years to buy my own house, nobody even asked how I was doing. I still remembered one conversation at the kitchen table. Mom looked at me and said, Emily, you're strong. You don't need help like Sarah does. I smiled and replied, Mom, being strong doesn't mean I don't need anyone. She laughed. You're always so serious. But I wasn't being serious. I was exhausted. The real problem started 6 months earlier. Sarah had said something during a family dinner. Mom, I think Emily doesn't really care about family anymore. I looked at her in disbelief. What? Sarah placed her glass of water on the table. You're always busy. I replied. I work. Exactly. Sarah, what are you talking about? She looked at me. You missed my kid's birthday. I stared at her. Because I was in the hospital helping Dad after his surgery. The room went quiet. Sarah looked away. Mom immediately said, let's not fight. But nobody told Sarah she was wrong. That was always how it happened. On my third day at the island, I received a voicemail. It was Sarah's voice. Emily, we need to talk. I didn't call her back. 5 minutes later, another message came. Mom didn't tell you everything. I stopped. Then a third message came. Call me. I picked up my phone. Sarah. There was silence on the other end. Then she spoke. Mom didn't just want a quiet Easter. Then what? She was planning to announce something. Like what? That you're stepping away from the family business. I froze. What? Sarah lowered her voice. She told people you don't care anymore. She wanted me to take your place. That was something I never expected. I asked, why are you telling me this? Sarah's voice changed. Because I found something. What? Mom's messages. My grip tightened around my phone. Sarah. She has been telling people for months that you're selfish. That you think you're better than everyone. I closed my eyes. For years I had been there for everyone. And my own mother had been saying these things about me? After I returned home, I decided to meet Mom. I drove to her house. She was sitting in the living room. Emily. I looked at her. We need to talk. She sighed. About the vacation? No. About the truth. She sat up straighter. Sarah told you? Yes. A few seconds passed. Then Mom said, she had no right. I stared at her. That's your concern? Emily, you embarrassed us. I laughed. Embarrassed you? Everyone saw that post. Everyone saw me enjoying my life. After excluding your family. I shook my head. No, Mom. You excluded me first. She stayed quiet. I continued. Do you know why I didn't argue when you sent that message? Why? Because I was tired. Of what? Of begging to be chosen. Her expression changed. For a moment she didn't have an answer. I took out my phone. By the way, I sold my share in the family business. Her eyes widened. What? I signed everything before I left. Emily, you can't just do that. I already did. Sarah needs that. I looked at her. Sarah always needed something. The room became completely silent. Several months have passed now. Mom and Sarah still aren't the same with me. Sometimes Mom sends me a message. Can we talk? I look at it. Then I put my phone down. Because now I understand something. Not every relationship is strong just because people share the same blood. Sometimes you have to choose yourself. That $19,000 trip wasn't just a vacation for me. It was the first time I chose my own life instead of always choosing someone else's happiness. And when my pictures arrived and their celebration became quiet, I didn't feel like I had won. I only felt peace. Because for the first time in my life I knew I was complete even without them. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Your support means a lot to us and helps us continue sharing emotional journeys that inspire, surprise, and connect with people everywhere. Thank you so much for watching and being part of our community.